what it do, gon' tell me how you feel. Chillin' with the big dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it. Hey.
What's up, guys? What is up? This is Big Dog in the house, kicking you the real deal with another podcast. Today we're doing a little bit different. We got everything set up. And first and foremost, let's thank the Lord that we are alive to live another day, because, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, tomorrow is never promised. And we all know that. Today's podcast is something very, very special that I like to talk about, and it's something that we all do. And basically, the topic of today is forgetting about all the good things that we do for each other or for someone. And we only remember the one thing that that person has done bad. Am I right or am I wrong? So today, we go through this all the time. We see this all the time. Once you do one thing wrong to someone, they totally forget about everything that you've done good for them. And it sucks, because then they use that against you. Look, guys, for me, that is bullshit. What happens is, when a person uses something against you, it's because they want out. They don't want to be around you no more. They don't want to be in your atmosphere anymore. Whatever they were looking for, they already got. Whatever goal they were trying to achieve, they have already achieved. Now, you do got the good people, and I'm not talking about the ones that when you do something good for them and they go ahead and they leave because they're going out to better themselves, or they're going to do something better in their lives. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you do something good for someone and they go ahead and throw it in your face the moment that you say no. That word no is very dangerous. When people think that everything has to be yes. If everything was about yes, or everything had to be yes, then why don't you go ahead and ask everybody out there? Why don't you go ahead and ask all other people out there if their answer is yes? So you only go to the person that always tells you yes because they care about you, they love you, they guide you, maybe they're your mentor, whatever the case may be. But the moment that they tell you no, you get upset and you automatically push them away. You disregard the fact of everything that they've done for you, whether your parents have done something for you or not. That person has done more than your parents have done for you, or your significant other, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, whatever the case may be. And that really sucks, because they try to find a way to use things against you where they know that it's going to hurt you and it's going to affect you, because you've put in so much time into that person. You've given so much of your energy to that person. You've given your all to that person. And then they go ahead and do that. Now, with that said, when they go ahead and do that, and they have that resentment against you, and they have that anger towards you, and they're mad at you, and they forget about everything that you've done for them, and it doesn't mean money or anything like that, but whatever the case may be, it's the time they've spent investing themselves into you. But you don't see it that way, because you want, and you want more and more and more, and you seem to not care, because it's all about you. It's all about your world and what revolves around you. Unfortunately, people see through that, and that will die. You see, God doesn't always give you what you want. God doesn't always say yes. Sometimes things don't happen and you say, you know what? God is telling me that right now at this moment, it's not for me. Right now at this moment, I can't have this. I gotta wait. So how come you don't go and crucify him? That's not true. People do. Unfortunately, people do go ahead and do that, and they take him out of their lives, and then they go ahead and walk in the devil's path. That's the choice you make. That's your fault for not being patient, because you want everything now and when you want it. And unfortunately, life isn't like that. And it's not when you want it. It's when it's the right time. Now, what sucks about this, the point of this conversation is that I had a conversation today with one of my athletes and friend, Andy. Okay, he was telling me a story about a woman that she was overweight, and she was so nice, but she was so mean. And then I went ahead and told him maybe she was mean and she was the way she was because she was unhappy with herself. She was unhappy with her weight. But unfortunately, she was happy with the people that worked with her in her environment, in her area, in her circumference. And every time she would need something, she would say, hey, can you tie my shoes? Because she couldn't bend over and tie her shoes, or whenever you went ahead and asked her something, she would give you a nasty attitude, and she would, she wouldn't treat you the way you thought, because you were helping her, that she should treat you the same way that you treat her. But unfortunately, we don't understand what goes on in everyday people's lives. We don't understand what troubles they're going through, what sacrifices they're having. We don't know anything. So we assume. And with that said, we start eliminating people. But the point of this story is that they cared about this woman, and even if she had a bad attitude, no matter what, she was the one who found that she put all the men, because Andy works, with the Metro Rail system and the buses and stuff like that with the county. And she was the one who would have to look for the parts for you. She was the one who had to try to find the specific things for you. So when you went ahead and asked her and look it up, she would maybe playing around, or she was serious, she would be no, whatever. But anytime you confronted her and you told her, how are you doing, how's your day, she'd have a total conversation with you. She would unite all these guys together to have Thanksgiving, have dinners together and everything. Okay. And then they would go ahead and say things. And it's funny because she passed away, and now I'm talking about this topic. So she's basically being remembered because she was a good person. They made those guys laugh. She made them laugh. She brought them together, and they would go ahead and make jokes, not to her, but they would be like, oh, one day she's going to be on that TV station, the who gains 500 pounds or whatever. And, they would laugh and stuff like that. And now she's gone. And now they have nothing to laugh about. Now they're all by themselves. They don't have the woman figure there. They don't have her being either mean or nice to them. They don't have her uniting them all together to have dinners and stuff like that. So they actually remembered her. It hurt them. No matter if they were having a good day or a bad day, they still remembered her. And unfortunately, why I'm talking about this topic is because a lot of us tend to forget. So when we help someone and we guide them in the right path, and we tell them what they should and shouldn't do, and they get defensive with you, and you don't need to tell me what I should do, and you don't need to tell me what I need to, or what I don't know, or whatever, and you're telling them, listen, I've been through that, I went through that, I'm 40 plus years old, you're only 17, you're only 18 years old, we're trying to help you, and then you got 50, 60, 70 people trying to tell you the same thing, and basically, you just gotta let them hit the wall. You gotta let them crash and burn. And you try to tell them, be careful with this person, be careful with that person, because I see this gonna happen. And then they go ahead and say, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a piece of shit, your family's garbage, F you this, F you that, forget you, I'm out of here, whatever. And then they go ahead and they leave. And then you're like, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was give them advice. And sometimes I feel that, am I doing the right thing? Am I giving the right advice? Am I helping that person? Because then I hurt inside, because then I say, I've done everything for this person to go ahead and bash me and smash me and talk bad about me, when I've only guided them in the right path. And then later on, time passes, and everything that you have said has evolved. Everything that you have said has happened, and you see it. The person's not with the girl anymore. The person's successful now. He's climbed the ladder of success. He's done everything you've implemented, everything you've said, and he's never going to tell you thank you. He's never going to tell you that he appreciates you. He's never going to tell you everything that you did for him. He's only going to remember the one thing you did bad. That's what he's going to remember, what you did to him, what you said to him. And all you do is you're watching it with your own eyes, and all you can do is be happy for that person. That's all you can do. You can be happy and just watch them evolve like a beautiful flower, like I have. Like I've seen some of these people, and I've seen them crucify me, not speak to me, never text me. I still like their posts. I still like what they're doing. I love that they're in a new relationship. I love that they've grown. I love everything about what they have and who they have become. I'm proud of them. And I will be that old man that will die with those memories. Will be happy with what I've done, what I've accomplished, whether they tell me thank you, whether they're grateful or not. I know what I did. And all of you out there should know what you have done for someone, if you've done something for someone. And that's life, and it hurts. And I can't be a hypocrite and go ahead and not help anyone or do what I do, because as long as I can change one person's lives and I can't change a million, I've done one good deed and I've changed one person's life. That's the most important thing. You know, I can't change against everyone else when they're not like that. I have to give them a chance. I have to give them an opportunity. The only difference is that I have to analyze a little more, a little better, which in life you can't analyze a little more or a little better, because the devil comes in different disguises, unfortunately. And it's always going to bring someone better to you. You know, it's going to bring that next person. It's going to bring them better to you, that you want to help them even more because they sound so more sincere. But that's the devil that works like that too. But I'm not going to think like that. I'm not going to think that everyone is like that, because now the person may leave and go ahead and be successful and do everything you've told them and save the money the way you told them to do this and told them to do that. And you may never see them again, ever. And it's okay. And it's okay. It's always going to be, I guess, like my wife always says, that's the downfall that you're going to always have in your life. You're going to have to understand that no matter how many people you help, big dog, no matter how many people you help, babe, you know, it's the way life is. And you just got to be happy with what you did and keep moving forward and be that man for the next person in line. You know, be that man for your son. Be that man for our family, for this family you've created, this infamous family, this big dog family, everything you've done for everybody. And never change who you are. Show the next person, just because that person did something, show the next person. Don't be like that. Don't judge them. Don't point the finger at them, because we don't know what's going on in their mind. We don't know what they're thinking. We don't know anything about that person. You know, one day you wake up this way, the next day you wake up another way. You know, one day you're happy, one day you're mad, one day you're sad. You know, and the best thing you can do is just listen sometimes. They'll come back. Everybody comes back. Remember, the world is a circle. It spins around and it always ends back to where it started. This is Big Dog kicking you the real deal. I hope you really enjoyed this podcast. I hope we could change the way we are. I hope we can open up our minds and not forget about the people who've helped us. Because one day you're here, one day you're not, one day you're alive, one day you're gone. And we all do that, and we hold that resentment, and then we don't show up at their funeral and we don't do anything. And then it's too late because the person's already gone. And then those words that you wanted to say, you can't say anymore. And now it's finished. And you know, you had so much to tell that person. You had so much to tell them that you have a kid now, or you have a wife now, or how you've grown. Say it now. Don't wait till it's too late. Tell the person that you appreciate. Tell them how much you appreciate them. Tell them. Stop holding that macho man, Randy Savage, that I'm the big dog, I'm the man, and I'm not going to tell nobody nothing. It's okay to say sorry. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to hurt in your heart. It's okay to be sad. It's okay. Because there's people like me every fucking day that I wake up and I have a smile on my face and I try to help that next person even when they stab me in the back. When I know it's going to happen, like I always tell everybody, I will always be there for you. I will never fail you. But you, some way, somehow, one day, you will fail me. And you will do it to me. And it's okay, I always say. It's all right. I know my job. I know my task. I know what I was put on this earth for. Do you? And like I like to leave you, bada boom, bada bang, chicka chung, chicka chang. And I'm out.
What it do? Gon' tell me how you feel. Chillin' with the big dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it. Hey.